Everyone, I am Maheshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of BSc Information Technology at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Now I am going to explain about kernel data structures. The kernel is a very important core component of an operating system. The kernel maintains thread and process which is related informations related informations in two types of structures. The kernel informations can be stored in different structures. The first one is user structure, which contains process related information. The uthread structure contains thread related informations. That is the first type, that is user structure kernel level. The operating system must keep a lot of information about the current state of the system. As this happens within the system, these data structure might be changed to reflect the current reality. For example, a new process might be created when a user logs on to the system. The kernel must create a data structure representing the new data structures. In this diagram, we have the kernel data structure contains different tables. First one is process table, file table, and then vnode or vnode table. The process table contains different flags and different process IDs. Each process ID denotes a separate processes, and file table which contains an information about the file and status of the file and value of the flag object and flag value which represents the pointer or address of a particular file. This is stored in file table. And vnode table which contains an information about data and node of the data and address of the current node of the data. After that, the size of the file which can be maintained in the vnode structure. So the kernel data structure which uses three types of tables: process, file and vnode table. With the help of these table, it organizes the data and supplies those data for the process execution. The kernel maintains threads and process related information in two types, which is nothing but user thread and thread levels. The kernel data structures are the best example for linked list. Since we are using data structure, so here I am mentioning about the word linked list. It is one of the favorite data structure which stores data in listed format. Defining a linked list, manipulating linked list. This uses queues, maps, red black trees. These are all the few data structures which is used inside the kernels in order to maintain the data inside the operating system. Since we have a number of related data and a number of related process, we need to store and organize, as well as we need to manipulate those data. For that, we are using a data structure concepts inside the kernel. The kernel, the user level kernel, which can be maintained totally by the user, and operating system does not worry about the user level kernel, but the kernel level thread, it is fully monitored by the operating system, which is closely related with the operating system. So the kernel level threads can be created and manipulated entirely by the operating system. It does not worry about the user level thread. This is the two types of kernel level system which organizes an operating system. An operating system also manipulate all kinds of data structures and store all the data in the various forms like queues, maps, and then tree format. Queues format which contains last in first out manner, as well as maps format which contains data and supplies those data to the data manipulation process. Red black tree is nothing but the tree like structure which supports for the various informations or various input output which needs to process and execution of a particular resource or process. This is with the help of tree like structure. So the kernel data structure is a core component of operating system which manage, that means yeah, 4 by 3 work has been done with the help of an kernel data structures of an operating system. Since the kernel data structure manipulate all the very important components of an operating system with the help of various formats and methods. Thank you.